So just a quick tip regarding the T-2D GoPro gimbal. This is a 2-axis gimbal, basically does roll and tilt. And I'm doing the installation on my hexacopter, and I'm just doing some quick testing. And I ran into an issue which seems to be pretty common. I researched the internet. I never found the solution online. It probably exists, I just didn't find it. But I did find it on my own. So I thought I would share this quick tip for those of you who may be running into the same problem. And it's a really stupid user error, but it demonstrates a symptom that is very confusing. So I'm going to power up my hexacopter. Watch this gimbal. So once it initializes, it goes into some crazy shakes. So generally, the solution to this is one of two things. One, you need to calibrate your sensor. And two, you need to make sure that your motor pole count and power is correct. So I did try the calibration. Whoops, it's going to flip around on itself. Let me unplug it here. I did do the calibration. I also found that my pole count was zeroed out, so I set my poles, 14 poles and 60 power and 40 power. I forget which is which, but anyway, still had the same exact problem. I updated the firmware on both the sensor and on the motors, still the same problem. Could not figure out how to get rid of this shaky shimmy. And I know a lot of people have sent back their units because of the same problem. Here's what I found. I believe if you swap your inputs, reverse them from where you have them, you may find that you actually had the motors installed backwards. So the way it is now, I just changed it. This tilt motor is plugged in on this side, and the I guess the roll motor is plugged in on this side. So with that done, now of course it's going to initialize up and smooth as butter. So hopefully that helps those of you who are struggling with this issue of your gimbal shaking and jiving. It could be a user error. So I thought I had it right initially based on everything I can find. Obviously the instructions don't even talk about how to plug things in that come with the kit. So you're on your own to find all the research. And I thought I had them plugged in right, but as it turns out, I didn't. And the symptom was that of one that needs calibration or has a motor pole count problem. So it was really hard to run down. I kept thinking I was doing something wrong with firmware, when in reality I just had the plugs plugged in backwards. So that's it, quick tip. Hope it helps somebody out there. And hey, I'm always willing to share the things I learn, particularly if I learn it by doing it wrong the first time. That means somebody else is probably doing it wrong as well. So there you go, quick tip for you. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you on the next one.